Hello everyone, this is Sara Petrucelly and welcome to my channel. I just felt inspired today to talk about the different ways to get magical power. Like people talk about how, how to do spells and how to do this and that, but they don't really talk about how to increase your power as a witch. And really your power as a witch increases your psychic abilities. It's all tied together. So I'm just going to list off a few things that I have learned that are really helpful, and anybody who has anything else, yes, add it in the comments. I definitely forgot things. But the first thing and foremost thing I want to say is to work with your higher self, talk to your higher self, do rituals with your higher self. They are really the most trustworthy, and they're not going to have an outside agenda because they're you. They know your life. They know your other lives. They're you basically. So would you have anything against yourself? No. So trust them and work with them and talk to them every day. Next, which is really important, is to work with your daemon. Your daemon is a reflection of you in the demonic realm. To put it in the simplest terms possible, they also have your best in mind because they are you. This does not mean that you can boss them around and treat them like shit or a slave. They will get pissed at you and you can get fucked. Just like you would be angry at anybody trying to do that to you. They're more like a friend, a teammate, and a very powerful one at that. So you connect with them in rituals. There's certain rituals that you can do where you will get a significant increase in power and a significant increase in your psychic abilities. I'm really partial, but my brother Enoch Petrucelly has a book with Balg called Witch, the Grimoire of the Demonic Tongue. And he has a ritual in there called the Rite of Attainment, and that was one of the first ones I ever did to connect with my daemon, and it works very well. And it's just something that you can do like monthly, semi-monthly, things like that. I wouldn't recommend doing it like every week or whatever, but there are other authors that have written about this, like Michael W. Ford, and I'm not sure if Asnis Mason has anything like that. She probably does. And you can even make your own ritual to do this if you are experienced enough with magic. It really doesn't have to be complicated. And just as there is a demonic reflection of you, there's also an angelic reflection of you, which can be used and connected to in the same way, and does bring you, a significant power increase. So it's best to have both to balance that out, the light and the darkness. Next is one that most of us know about, is invocations. Evocations don't really seem to have the same effect. It's a lesser effect, at least in my experience. But invocations, the spirit comes inside of you and expands you in many ways, like expands your consciousness and expands your psychic abilities, your connection to your higher self, and your knowledge. It's really a fantastic and a great way to expand all of those things. Possession can also be done in the same way. Just set your intention. Possession might sound scary to some people. It's really not. It's more like just a really intense invocation. They don't take over your body or anything. Like, that's never happened to me. Some people can do possession in that way and they're more capable of doing that, but I'm not, and I don't think most people are. But it does give you a huge power boost. Just make sure whoever you're doing invocations with or possessions, the spirit, that you know them very well. You have a good working relationship with them. That is important, because if you don't, it's not like they're going to hurt you. They're just going to ignore you, basically. Number 4, the quipoth gates and the tree of life. This is a huge subject that I do not wish to delve in, because whoever is going to think about doing this is going to have to do a bunch of research anyway. But this is something that if you get into, it could leave your life in shambles pretty much, but then builds you back up. It's a very painful process a lot of the time, but it's also a huge increase in your knowledge, abilities, psychic abilities, and your life gets more on track with what your soul wants to do. It is basically just opening a bunch of planetary gates and speaking to the beings of that realm and absorbing the energy. It is quite intense, and I only recommend it for people who, like I said, have researched or are experienced in magic, because it can be dangerous. And this next one is my specialty: attunements, upgrades, and Reiki. I recommend Reiki for beginners to get the energy flowing, to move it around, to get your meridians open. That is the best way to start if you were a beginner. And everything else comes after that. As far as I'm concerned, you can't really get very far if your energy is not open to it. And Reiki, Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3, all those, great. Start with that. Just be careful on the attunements and upgrades. Go slow, spread them out, because they can take a toll on you physically and mentally if you're not careful. And it's just best to go slow with those things. You can rush it and get kind of fucked up. So you got to really be careful. It's a lot of energy. It's changing your DNA in your body. Another thing that's really important is to take care of your body, take care of your mind. Of course, eat healthy, exercise, blah, 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 things like that. I have seen unhealthy individuals carry vast amount of magical power. I think it's just because of their soul and how long they've been doing it in the spiritual realm. And I don't really recommend that, because a lot of the times I could see it really fucks with them mentally, and it's just not healthy. So take it slow. Get your body healthy and strong, eat well, exercise, and your power will grow more naturally into your body. And of course, to build more power as a witch, more witch power, practice magic. Practice does not make perfect. I hate that saying, but it does help. You learn a lot by practicing it. I've met people that know so much about magic, and they can tell you every book they've read on magic, but they've never practiced it. And that's their choice, of course, and maybe in the future they will step into that, but practicing it is the best way to learn how to do it and practice, like a muscle. It grows and grows and grows, and all these other things do help as well and push it even farther. Because I think just practicing magic all the time isn't really going to do much. You're going to have to do these other things too if you really want to get anywhere. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I just wanted to be a quick video. Like you guys know, I don't like making long videos. So I did write a blog post on this on my website and on my Patreon if you want to check it out. And feel free to join my Patreon I do healings every month and money spells for my patrons. And also the content can be very helpful. I don't really do a lot of beginner stuff. I mean, this could kind of be considered a beginner thing, but I just don't have the patience for that. But yeah, thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, sub to my channel. Bye.